Well, it is now legal for male rape convicts in Kaduna State to be castrated, while females convicted of the crime will undergo bilateral salpingectomy. This comes to effect as the Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai signed the Kaduna State Penal Code Amendment Law 2020. The government believes the move would keep rapists in check, especially against juveniles. Well, joining me to discuss this is the wife of Kaduna State Governor Umi El-Rufai. It's good to have you join us on TVC News at 1. You've been leading advocacy programs against child abuse and rape in the state. How do you feel seeing your husband assent to the bill enforcing stringent punishment on sex offenders?
Thank you for having me. I'm very excited. I am very happy. I feel that we're getting closer to justice for anybody who is forced into these kinds of situations. I feel that our oppressed people will be able to get fair justice served to them. And I am glad that intending and existing perpetrators would be deterred by the set laws because they are severe. And anybody who would want to save themselves from such harsh laws would definitely keep off raping and violating people by the grace of God.
Well, many are concerned about the enforcement of the law, talking proof issues and all that. Do you share the same thoughts? You know, how will rape cases be convincingly proven?
Absolutely. I share some concerns. I am concerned about how quickly we can be able to get convicted, proven beyond reasonable doubt. All those perpetrators that are proven beyond reasonable doubt, how soon can we get them convicted, considering we now have the laws in place? But we have been having issues with slow processes of investigation. We've been having issues with, some sort of, for instance, if a rape occurs right now, then the chances of conviction are higher because we could quickly take the survivor to the hospital, samples could be taken, tests could be run, and it could be ascertained whether or not the accused person is actually the person that has raped. But if time has passed in between the time that the rape occurred and when investigations are being carried out, sometimes these kinds of elements that are required to prove a case become insufficient in court. So there's a lot to be done. We need forensics to be put in place, besides the rape test kits that would be able to instantly tell if the perpetrator is actually the person that has done the crime. So it's a lot of things that we have to make sure. Our courts need to be faster in treating cases. We're still pushing and advocating for family courts to be put in place. It's in process, it's not been there, it's not been put yet, but there's so much to do to make sure that these laws are actually brought to the light for everybody to see. And I'm hoping that eventually heads will roll and it will be done publicly for everybody to see.
The conviction will be for both male and female, with castration for the former and removal of the fallopian tubes for the latter. Are these measures not too harsh, really?
I don't think so. Have you seen what is being done to children? I mean, you have children that are serially raped and put through. You see maggots coming out of the private parts of children. You see children dying from not being able to take on what has been done to their bodies. You see people with special abilities that cannot even be able to tell you what has been done to them. You see them going through so much. You see people, you see fathers getting their daughters pregnant. You see, it's a lot of things. I don't think it's too harsh. And the reason we're saying that fallopian tubes in the cases of women should be removed, because these are this is the organ that is responsible for igniting sexual urges in women. So if we're saying remove the tool of rape in a man, where castration is done, then we have to be fair in saying that even women who do these kinds of crimes, because we're not saying it's a one gender thing. Women actually violate boys. Women violate girls just as men also violate boys. It's a whole madness. So if we're saying castration should be done, then that fallopian tubes of women who also choose to go into these kinds of things. The law says if you rape a minor, a child, then castration and death sentence applies to you. So if we're saying men should be treated that way, then what says the women who actually commit the same crime? There's no discrimination. Anybody who does this would actually face the wrath of the law.
Of Kaduna State Governor Umi El-Rufai, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts on the news.
Alright guys, Fulu coming to you with a real quick video. To piggyback off of this Kevin Samuels, his untimely demise. Well, I won't say untimely because everything is mock-proof, everything is written. Of course you have the hyenas who are happy that he's dead, that he's happy that he's gone. But ironically, the same men they talk about that and stuff like that, they actually support one right now. It's crazy. I cannot make this up, but it's crazy how many of these broke down, bust down Bonquishas actually support Natureboy, bro. These are the same ones that were hating on Kevin Samuels for, in essence, yeah, sure, he was harsh at times and whatnot, but he was trying to give you the truth. He was trying to tell you what it is, and the bottom line is you didn't take it. But yet you guys are into a dude who is giving you nothing but falsehood, but you follow behind him. And the sad thing is you actually go there. You actually went there and you're actually supporting him. You guys are crazy. The delusions with you women are unbelievable. Seriously, you support a fool who basically is, in my estimation, especially if you listen to him talk before, you essentially are supporting a rapist. Yet you talk about these same guys not being anything, not being ish and stuff like that, but you're supporting one right now. It's give me a break, bro. You guys really are, I don't know, you guys have been so broken that it's kind of ridiculous at this point to even entertain it. Okay? So what happened is this guy, he had his hearing, bail is denied and everything like that. Now granted, the way I still feel hey, in my opinion, in my personal opinion, this is just my opinion. This is just mine, and many people shouldn't, and many people won't agree with my opinion. But I believe they all should be in jail. I believe they all should go get locked up because they were complacent in it, and I think the women should too. I don't think it should just be him. I think all of them should be locked up. But then, what I'm saying is that they're just again repeating this cycle that they said that they are trying to break. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna be real. Kevin Samuels was actually trying to help break that cycle. When you really think about it, Kevin Samuels, honestly, he kind of was trying to have people be race loyal. That's what he was trying to get across. But it shows even with this Natureboy situation that the only one that, you know, Bonquisha will be race loyal to is either a Pookie, Ray Ray, or Tyrone, or a emasculated Pookie, Ray Ray, or Tyrone. Because you have to keep in mind, before even Natureboy hit the scene, okay, he was a gay stripper. Like, and they still support him. And they still say things like, oh, that was his past. Oh, that was his past. And stuff like that. But the funny thing is that, like, when you guys are dealing with a new guy, you know, you bring up you bring up the guy who, like, broke you's past when it comes to the new relationship. So it's like you women who are like actually supporting this guy, you guys are freaking foolish. I'm dead serious. Like, you guys are the same ones who are clapping that Kevin Samuels is dead, but yet you should be clapping that this fool is probably gonna they're gonna probably throw away the key. And if anything, you should be pushing to try to get his followers locked up as well, so the community can be safe as a whole. Although I'm not in that community, the reason why I'm speaking on that community is for the simple fact is that when he did that Back to Africa talk, like, my whole thing, my radars went all the way up, because you see the video in the beginning. If he would have went to Africa, we would have castrated him. And it wouldn't have just been in Nigeria. It would have been elsewhere too. If he would have did some of the things he did in Africa, he would have got castrated. And as you see the woman talking about the psychological effects of rape and all that other stuff, this is real. But unfortunately, that woman, you know, who was speaking, shout outs to her, and may Allah rewards her, because the thing is, she will unfortunately be called a pygmy because she's actually a co-wife to the governor, Nasser al-Rufai. May Allah preserve him. Yeah, to you Natureboy supporters, she would be called a pygmy, although you guys wanted to be his wives. You guys sometimes will be begging to be his wives. Or you guys will sometimes entertain his advances. So who really was the pygmy? You know what I mean? Like, who really is the pygmy at the end of the day? You know, but the fact of the matter is, you guys are cheering that Kevin Samuels is gone. But y'all the same ones who are supporting, like, I don't even know what to call Natureboy at this point. You guys are supporting a serial, like, psychopath / cracked out guru. And he probably didn't enhance your life at all. He just made you forget about your existence that you brought upon yourself when you decided to mess with Pookie and Ray Ray, and then also decided to fall for the sauce when he said, oh, we're trying to break generational curses, when he caused many more generational curses. This is just a short video about this, man. It just goes to show you the hypocrisy of these modern women, you know, especially the modern women in the conscious community. God, please, don't let it fool you guys. I don't want it to fool you at all. When it comes to women in the conscious community, they're no better than modern women. They're the same thing. They just mask them. Honestly, the conscious woman, she may even be worse than the modern woman. Because the thing is, what they do is they mask their masculine ways in conscious by saying peace, peace, and stuff like that, and it wouldn't be peace with her at all. Trust me, they're the same thing. That whole conscious sector is a mess, and largely I mean, there are guys who cause the mess, like Natureboy, like Polite, like Young Pharaoh, but best believe there's women who in that sector who cause a lot of crap and trouble, and because they're trying to find quote unquote consciousness or something like that. But it's all BS, bro. But at the end of the day, like, the energy that y'all keep for Kevin Samuels, but you don't have the same energy for Natureboy, just goes to show me what kind of people y'all really are. And definitely what kind of females y'all really are too. But with that being said, that's all I got for now. Y'all leave your thoughts and leave your comments. Fool is signing out. And John Rama. And by the way, the reason why I put that clip in the beginning is to show that we're not playing around, you know. And unfortunately, the problem is here is the laws are too lenient with people like Natureboy. You know, the laws are too lenient with people like Brother Polite. That's the problem, you know. And then you have his goofy old, cracked out, Beetlejuice looking follower. I'm just gonna straight out, use his government. I think his name is Aaron or something. You have him like trying to cap for him, talking about, oh, he's gonna be out on Friday. That nigga ain't getting out. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna speak something into the air. Although I know the divine decree is by Allah, that nigga ain't getting out for like some 30-something years. And hopefully, inshallah, Aaron will be along with him too. And the rest of them who are running away will be along with him too, as well. You know, wherever Kevin Samuels is right now, that would actually bring a smile to his face, since they do all the debauchery that actually sets people back. But anyhow, that's all I got for now. We'll be signing out. Inshallah.